So you just got a new boat. First off, congratulations. That's awesome. Now, along with that new boat smell, you've probably noticed a dashboard full of new tech. Well, today, we're going to break down one of the most powerful tools you have at the helm, the Volvo Penta Electronic Vessel Control, or EVC system. Let's dive in and get you feeling right at home so you can be a confident captain from day one.
Welcome aboard. You know, that feeling of getting the keys to your new boat is just incredible, isn't it? But to really, truly enjoy your time out on the water, you gotta understand the heart of your vessel. We're gonna get you totally comfortable with its command center so you can just focus on what matters, making some amazing memories.
So, what in the world is the EVC? Seriously, don't let the name throw you off. The easiest way to think about it is like your boat's smart co-pilot. It's this one central system that's always monitoring everything, looking for potential issues, and feeding you vital information right when you need it, all through a really simple interface. This diagram kind of gives us a peek under the hood. The EVC is like the brain and the central nervous system of your boat, all rolled into one. It's constantly grabbing information from the engine, the drive, and all the different sensors, things like your fuel level, and it sends all of that right here to your dashboard. That way, you always have a complete picture of what's going on. Okay, theory is great, but let's get our hands dirty, right? We're going to take a quick tour of the actual physical controls you'll be using at the helm. This is where you and the EVC system are about to become very good friends. So when you're at the helm, you're going to see these two key parts. Over on the left, that's your button panel. Just think of it like the remote control. And on the right, you've got the tachometer with that little LCD screen built in. Basically, the panel is how you talk to the EVC, and that screen is how it talks back to you. Simple as that. Now, when you first turn the key to the on position, don't be alarmed if you get a little light and sound show. You'll hear two quick beeps, and you'll see the alarm lights flash one by one. That's actually a really good thing. It just means the EVC is waking up and running a quick self-check to make sure everything's good to go for your trip. And navigating the whole system, it's super straightforward. You've really only got 4 main buttons to worry about. The up and down arrows, those just scroll you through all the different screens. The right arrow lets you dive into a menu, and the left arrow takes you back out. That's it. You're already set to explore everything this system has to offer. All right, so you know how to get around. Now let's talk about what you should actually be looking for. We're going to cover the vital signs of your boat, the key pieces of info you'll want to check on every single trip to have a safe and smooth time out there. Okay, I know this flowchart might look a little complicated, but just think of it as a roadmap of all the info that's available. For today, we are not going to get lost in the weeds. We're just going to focus on the greatest hits, the most important stuff you'll find in the main, gauges, and trip data menus. First up, coolant temperature. This is one of the most critical vital signs for your engine's health. It's just like in your car, right? You always want to make sure the engine isn't overheating. A quick glance here tells you if it's running in that normal, happy range. Checking this every so often is a super simple habit that can save you from major headaches down the road. Next up is, well, maybe the most important number for your peace of mind, fuel level. The EVC gives it to you as a nice, clear percentage, and knowing you have exactly 75% or 50% left is way more precise than some vague needle. This right here is your key to planning your day and making absolutely sure you've always got enough in the tank to get back home safely. And here's another really handy feature, automatic trip distance tracking. The EVC just keeps a running total of how far you've gone since you last reset it. So whether you're exploring a new coastline or just heading to your favorite fishing spot, it's perfect for tracking your adventures. So why does all this data matter? I mean, it's not just about having numbers on a screen. Keeping an eye on that coolant temperature helps prevent serious engine damage. Watching your fuel level means you never, ever get stranded, and tracking your trip data helps you get a feel for your boat's efficiency. It all adds up to one thing, really: total peace of mind when you're on the water. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the system's most important job, keeping you safe. Because the EVC is so much more than just an information display, it's like your own vigilant watchdog, constantly on the lookout for problems. It's the question every single boat owner has in the back of their mind. You're out on the water, having a great day, but what happens if a problem suddenly pops up? How does the boat actually tell you that it needs your attention right now? Well, the EVC has this fantastic 3-tier warning system. First, you're going to hear a loud buzzer. Trust me, you can't miss it. Second, a specific little light will start flashing on your alarm status indicator. And third, the LCD screen will immediately display a clear message telling you exactly what's wrong. Buzzer, light, and text. It's simple and it's incredibly effective.
This little guy right here is your alarm status indicator. It's designed to give you a super quick, at-a-glance idea of what's going on. When that buzzer sounds, this is one of the first places your eyes should go. So let's quickly decode the most important symbols so you'll know exactly what they mean in a split second. Okay, this table breaks down the essentials. See the oil drop for low oil pressure or the thermometer for high coolant temp? Those are the big ones. They require your immediate attention for sure. The battery symbol, that points to a charging problem. And the exclamation point, that's kind of your catch-all warning. It's your signal to look at the LCD screen for the specific details.
Okay, so you know how to read the EVC, and you know how it keeps you safe. For this last part, let's make the system truly yours. I'm going to show you how to customize a really important safety feature. You know, one of the biggest anxieties for any boater, especially when you're in new territory, is running aground. The water can get shallow really fast. But the good news is your smart co-pilot can help with that. We're going to set up a custom shallow water alarm for that extra layer of security. Check out how easy this is. You're just going to use your button panel to scroll over to the Settings menu. From there, find and select Depth Alarm Level. Once you're on this screen, you just use the up and down arrows to set whatever minimum depth you're comfortable with. Let's say 3 feet. You set it, and that's it. You're done. And just like that, you've programmed your co-pilot. From now on, if the water depth under your boat drops to 3 feet or less, that whole 3-tier alarm system we talked about, the buzzer, the light, and the text is going to activate automatically. See? You're no longer just reading the system, you're in control of it. You know, everything we've just walked through, all the detailed data, the really robust alarm system, the ability to customize your own safety settings, it all ties back to the core values of Volvo Penta: quality in how it's designed, safety for you on the water, and environmental care through efficient operation. The EVC system is really the embodiment of that whole philosophy. So there you have it. You're now equipped with all the basic knowledge you need to use your EVC system with total confidence. It really is your partner for safer, more efficient, and just more enjoyable trips. So the only question left is, on your very next voyage out, what data are you excited to track first? Your fuel economy? Your trip distance? The choice is all yours.